A little snake was being burned by a big fire. It was about to be roasted to death. It begged a shepherd to save it. The kind-hearted shepherd threw a stick into the fire pit, and the little snake climbed up along the stick. To prevent the scales on its body from falling off, the shepherd used clear water to cool it down. Actually, this little snake was no ordinary one. It was the prince of the Snake Kingdom. To thank the shepherd for saving his life, the snake prince decided to take him to the underground palace. The shepherd followed the snake prince all the way. After crossing high mountains and lofty ridges, and passing through an endless deep mountain and old forest, they came to a cave. The snake prince signaled him to move the huge stone at the entrance of the cave. The palace was right below the huge stone. The shepherd obediently did as he was told. Sure enough, there was a bottomless cave. The shepherd then climbed down the steps one by one. Finally, under the leadership of the Snake Prince, the shepherd arrived at the legendary Snake Kingdom. Two big snakes guarded the Snake Kingdom. The Snake Prince explained to them that the shepherd was invited by himself. Then they walked into the interior of the kingdom. It was even more magnificent inside. Ceilings and pillars inlaid with colored glaze and agate could be seen everywhere. At the end of the palace, the king sat on the throne. He was a snake that had lived for more than 100 years. When he tapped the ground with his tail, he could make a deafening roar to intimidate the shepherd. The shepherd trembled with fear. Seeing this, the Snake Prince quickly told his father about how the shepherd had saved him. The Snake King said that he could give the shepherd a reward. One was the ability to understand the language of beasts, and the other was a bag of gold. The shepherd needed to make a choice. After careful consideration, the shepherd thought that the ability to understand the language of beasts would be better and resolutely chose this skill. The Snake King gently licked the shepherd with his tongue, and the shepherd then had the superpower to understand the language of beasts. The Snake King told the shepherd not to tell others about this superpower, nor to reveal the location of the Snake Kingdom. The shepherd agreed to the Snake King's words. After thanking the Snake King, he left, however. As days passed by, the shepherd's life didn't change because of this skill. He was gloomy all day long, until one day when he was herding sheep under a tree. Two birds on the tree were talking. They said that there was gold buried under this big tree. Hearing this with his superpower, the shepherd thought that the time for him to get rich had come. So he quickly gathered the sheep and drove them back to the owner's house as fast as he could. When it was late at night, he brought tools such as an axe to the big tree. He swung the axe several times and cut the tree down. The shepherd quickly started to dig with his hands. Efforts pay off. Soon he dug out a basin full of gold from it. He used this gold to change his fate. He quit his job as a shepherd, bought a luxury house, got married, and had children, and his life was complete.